Okay, so here our learning goal is we can convert or cast between the types int and double by putting the new type in parentheses. Okay, so here, when we run our class, we always run the method public static void main string square bracket args, and I drew a box called a stack frame for all the local variables inside the main method. I labeled it with the name of the method, main. On line 3, I created a variable named x of type int, and I assigned it the value 3. On line 4, I created a variable named y of type double. On line 4, I'm trying to assign y a copy of the value in x, but x is of type int and y is of type double. If I want to convert or cast x from an int to a double, I put double in parentheses in front of x. Y gets the value 3.0, which is the double value we get when we cast the int 3 to be a double. Line 5 is really similar to line 4. One difference is that I'm creating a variable named z instead of y. What I want you to notice is that line 5 doesn't include the cast, which is okay. When we cast from an int to a double, we don't need to include the new type in parentheses. That's because a double is bigger than an int. On line 7, I created a variable named d of type double and I assigned it the value 3.14. On line 8, I created a variable named I of type int. I'm trying to assign I a copy of the value in d, but d is of type double and I is of type int. If I want to convert or cast d from a double to an int, I have to put int in parentheses in front of d. I gets the value 3, which is the int value we get when we cast the double 3.14 to be an int. Since an int can only hold whole numbers, we drop everything after the decimal point. The big idea here is that we can convert or cast between the types int and double by putting the new type in parentheses. And we need to include the cast when we convert from a double to an int because we are losing information after the decimal point.